ready to come live.
All right. Good luck, Katie.
Thank you.
All right, live here tonight, here on the American Sim Network. It is the Support Your Troop Truck Series. I'm Matt Egan, joined by Jeff Wood and Katie Dugas. We're here with Katie Dugas' pre-race show. Take it away, Katie.
Afternoon, y'all. It is Katie from Pit Pass live here at Las Vegas, and quite the show in here tonight. I know last week we had a substantial amount of drivers, and some of our guys tended to be a little bit past the entry and had a lot of trouble entering. Full show here tonight here in Vegas. First guy I'm going to bring up, I actually haven't had a chance to talk to this season, but was absolutely dominating the speed charts in practice and was soon dethroned by two of Misfits' own Brandon Murray and Randy Arms. But let's get the number 18 of Travis Browder up for a quick interview. Travis Browder, is Katie up in the booth. You got a copy on us?
What's up, Katie? How you doing tonight?
Doing great. Getting this pre-race show kicked off, and I've got to say, you have been running an amazing show here in practice, and I know you were just knocked off the speed charts down to, I believe it's 4th. How's that truck running for you tonight?
It's running pretty good. Been practicing the draft a little bit. I don't know how the truck's gonna be on the long run, but we'll see what we got here tonight, and hopefully we'll get a good run from last week.
I'll tell you, I know you struggled a little bit in the Cup and the truck and Xfinity, but I gotta say, you had an amazing run in the Cup cars. What's your strategy coming into tonight in Vegas?
I just want to survive. I just want to survive and just get a good finish out of this to go out and go have some fun here, race with some really great competitors around here. So we'll see what happens.
All right, sir. Well, I'm going to let you get back to practice. Just wanted to pull you up for a quick interview. I'll actually bump you down back to the Misfits channel, but good luck tonight.
Thank you, Katie.
All right, one guy, once again, didn't really get an interview with yet. I'm actually going to find the 60 truck of Jeff Merck, if we can find him. Jeff Merck, it's Katie up in the booth. You got a copy on me?
I do, Mrs. Dugas. How are you?
Doing great. Getting this pre-race show kicked off. I know you had some serious trouble last week. I think they narrowed it down to a server issue. But how you feeling coming into Vegas tonight?
I feel pretty good. If we got my ignition system straightened out where the truck will stay running the whole race, I think I'll be okay.
All right, so like I said, it seemed like a lot of issues last week. I know we had a lot of drivers drop. Coming in, I know you're trying to get your 3rd championship going. What are you going to focus the most on? Do you see yourself dominating more in trucks, Xfinity, or Cup this year?
I'm going to look to dominate in all 3. But, in order to win the championship, you got to first be in the chase. So my goal right now is consistent finishes, get in the top 12 for the end of the season, and then start dominating from there, just like last year.
All right, sir. Well, obviously you had it figured out last season. Like I said, I'm going to let you get back down to practice. Just wanted to get a quick word with you. Wish you the best of luck tonight, and good luck in the season.
All right, thank you. Keep up the great work.
Thank you again. Okay, sorry y'all, having some TeamSpeak issues. I'm actually going to bring up one more admin from last week, see if what he can address as far as the server issues and see how he's coming in. So, come up Ron Klein. Hey, Ron, it's Katie up in the booth. You got a copy of him?
I sure do.
All right, sir. Well, I know we had some serious issues last week. I'm assuming we got all the server issues figured out. How you feeling coming into Vegas?
Last season and after last season and after last week, I'm just gonna try to get out there and run and stay out of trouble. Every time I say it's a good track for me, something seems to happen and doesn't turn out well for me. So Vegas is just a horrible track for me, and I'm looking to get out of here with a decent finish tonight.
All right, sir. Well, instead of wishing you a podium finish, I'm actually going to wish you a top 10 in reverse psychology and hope that pays off for you. But just wanted to grab a quick word, and I'll bump you back down to practice. But good luck.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Katie. Have a great podcast.
All right, one more I know that kind of struggled last week. Kevin Winter, do you have a copy on us? Bet he's away for his pre-race pep talk, so we'll actually bump him back down for a second. All right, well, apparently I just hit the wrong button. So I'm actually going to bump up one more pre-race. I actually haven't had the pleasure of talking to this guy. So 75 of Wally Tierheimer will be your next interview. Hey, Wally, it's Katie up in the booth. You got a copy on us?
Hi, Katie. Yes, I do. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. Kind of going through our pre-race show a little bit. Hadn't got the pleasure to interview you yet, so welcome to the block.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Seeing your name running, pretty significant this season. I've seen you running, obviously, all through the series. What do you think you dominate most on? Do you see yourself more excelling in the trucks, Xfinity, or Cup cars?
Well, I'm not really going to probably be able to do Xfinity and Cup. I seem to have a knack for it a little bit. I seem to do a little bit better, but I'm going to be, and I probably won't do all of the Cup races, but the trucks, I will do all the truck races unless something comes up. So I hope I can do better in the trucks. I just seem to have had some bad luck.
Yeah.
And I just wasn't really as good as some of those other guys. Some of those other guys are pretty darn good.
Yeah, it seems to be so far, if you can keep your nose clean, that's going to be your best opportunity to excel just from, my point of view. But what's your strategy coming into tonight at Vegas?
Well, that's exactly what my strategy is always. I'm never been the over-aggressive guy. I've always been the guy that, you got to finish first before you can finish first, You got to first finish before you can finish first.
That's a good strategy to have.
Yeah, and it's you don't piss anyone off that way, and you get good friends on the track, you race. Although you got to be aggressive at certain times of the race, but I try to not be so aggressive until it really you have to. So.
Well, I had someone tell me a little while back, first you have to beat your own head before you can get to victory lane.
Right. You have to, there is a big thing about winning. You have to win to know and to understand that you can win. That's one thing that when you first start out and people get in a league and they're like, I can't seem to break through. But once you break through and you win, or you even just have some success and get on the podium, it does a whole lot for your confidence, and it's amazing how much better of a driver you are after you have a couple of good finishes.
Like I said, I've got to see you a little bit in each series, so I've definitely seen you, take the most initiative in these trucks, and I'm going to see you on the podium at least in the first couple of weeks, but I got to say, your truck always makes me hungry, just FYI.
I just totaled about 6 cars just now, sorry. 7, 8.
All right, sir. Well, I'm going to let you get back to practice. Like I said, just wanted to get a quick word, and I'm wishing you good luck on a good season and, definitely a good finish here at Vegas.
All right. Thank you very much. And, have them cheeseburgers.
I certainly will.
All right.
All right, y'all. Well, obviously, if you haven't got a chance to check out Wally Tierheimer's truck, he's got a big old greasy hamburger on the back tailgate. So definitely make you hungry. I'm actually going to wrap up my pre-race show. I'm going to kick it back to Matt and Jeff, and I'll hope to check in here shortly in the broadcast.
All right, well, that being said, 5 minutes remain in practice. Well, who's your bet to win it here tonight, Jeff Wood?
Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cheat, and I'm going to pull up last week's standings. Now, that's a little bit kind of biased because a lot of people, like we said, had a ton of problems with staying connected to that server all week, and obviously live here on ASN. So, being that said, Justin Michael's an easy pick, but I'll go beyond the easy pick, and I'm going to throw out Travis Browder. I think he had a good time in practice. Has had a good time in practice, and will be one of the top contenders if he can stick his nose up there towards the front and keep it clean.
Yeah, and Ken Richardson second on the speed charts. He's definitely a good pick to have with, how about Randy Roberts, Chris Voiles as well. Topper Dugas, 7th quickest, really impressive to see. Not seeing his usual colors, actually seeing a base iRacing Toyota Tundra for him tonight.
Yeah, probably got to refire up his trading paints there to get it reconnected or something, or he had to take it down to save some internet. I know
you are seeing the
I'm
iRacing one right too. It's not just a glitch on my end.
Nope, I'm seeing him in the base iRacing white 33. Which is unfortunate. I think some trading paints go down from time to time, and I know when it's updating the initial paints for the drivers, it really clogs your internet bandwidth.
Well, actually, that's not a base paint. I have to take that back. That's Brett. I think Brett Moffitt's scheme from Eldora.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look on the deck lid, look at the way the iRacing logos are. You can't put it down the side like that. With iRacing's default paint maker, and you can't put the little TRD logo behind the 33 like it is. TRD isn't a sponsor offered.
Yeah, well, maybe something cooked up out there.
So yeah, that's Brett Moffitt's paint scheme from Eldora. Yeah, because you see the Hattori Racing Enterprise logo, DDA, Sirius XM. Yeah, so that's Brett Moffitt's scheme from Eldora last year when he won the NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series Championship.
I'm sitting here going down this line here. I think we have close to, I'm going to say 40 drivers, maybe closer to 37 being the number. Still a full field night. I'm just wondering, what the drivers are going to do. This is obviously like the Xfinity car more than the Cup car, being the truck. You're going to be able to escape. You're going to see your drivers that have this track and the set nailed down real well under these weather conditions, and that's a good thing actually to take a look at right now too. What type of weather conditions we're running at, and it is hot.
Yeah, and that is for sure. And look at Kendall Shaw right there, that 06 machine. That's probably the highest up he's been all season. Now, I know, again, last week I really don't want to count it, but officially it does stand, and he did not have a good race.
And that first guy out, 43rd place, 1 point. I'm sure he's looking to do better. He did run the summer truck season, and he's here for the truck, so looking for Kendall Shaw. I know Chris Shaw, Chief Shaw out there, looking for a better run himself, as he also had those same problems last week.
Corey Blevins looking to have a good run. Everett Lane. How about Randy Arms, wherever he is? Oh, they have 13th place in that Castrol Edge machine, because let's talk about him for a second. Randy Arms came runner-up to Mitchell Reeves in the trucks last week. He got a little bit of redemption. Or actually, I have to think back. I don't remember
13th.
if he did.
Nah,
Yeah,
13th.
13th.
Him and
But-
Mitch Reeves came out of turn 2 at Auto Club, and
But I'm trying to
Mitch
remember.
Reeves won.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if he wound up winning on that Saturday night, because if you remember, I know you weren't there for that, Jeff, but it was pretty much a rematch of exactly what we saw. And
Keith
no, it
Haney
wasn't,
won
because Keith
Saturday.
Haney wound up winning. So, yeah. So, he didn't get redemption that week. It was nearly a repeat of what we saw, but Mitch Reeves wound up binning it up to the wall. So, now the question going to be, of course, do we see Randy Arms get his redemption this week and go to victory lane?
Oh, he has. He's probably one of the more consistent drivers out there. If we had to just lay names down from last week watching them race, obviously, Justin Michael, Mitch Reeves, guys that weren't there, Kevin Winter, Jeff Merck, who are going to be now in the fold, and names that we're going to see sneak up on us. And I like to see names sneak up on us. It's great that we have fast drivers out here, but I want to see the next guy come up and take that away.
Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to see. Remember, open qualifying here.
Important as ever, not get into the fray with someone, but also, get that first couple laps that you can with fresh tires, nose to tail with someone with the best draft possible.
Taylor Potts looking to have a good qualifying run. Justin Michael was near the top of the speed charts in practice. Actually, I believe topped the speed charts there. I can't remember. For some reason, I want to say he got knocked off right at the very end. So Justin Michael.
Yeah, right at the very end.
Yep. So he's second in practice, looking to have a good run here.
Yeah, Kevin Winter first lap down. Travis Crowder sneaking up there. Mitchell Reeves 1 lap down. They can get quite a few laps in here. But
Yeah, look at Randy Arms there.
Yeah, Randy Arms taking it up.
Well, they don't have really time to reset unless they only do 1 lap runs. Even then, you'll only probably get 2 runs in that way, so you really just have to hope you have a good flyer and just send it on the tires you're given.
Yep. It's also important to have good people around you, too.
Michael D'Amico on track now. Brad Ream, Garrett Potts, and we can't forget about Justin Michael. He's spun out, and it looks like he's going to have to really push hard. He might only get a lap in.
It's a quick lap around here, about 31 to 33 seconds throughout this entire race. Our green flag laps or fast laps. So we'll have to see. Justin Michael's really pushing it hard right now. He'll get the 1 lap down with no incident.
He'll get 2 in. He'll definitely get 2 in, and he'll go to 4th on the speed charts.
Yeah.
Blevins was given 4th, and Justin Michael, he'll call that his lap.
Get where he can get it, right?
He's going to try and come back out and get 1 more in. We're going to actually stick with Justin Michael on this one, and we'll ride on board with him because, I'm just interested if he can get around in enough time to have that second lap.
Yeah. He'll be approaching the 4-minute mark when he comes and takes the green, so to say, and we'll have to see what he can do. It's a 1 lap run for him. He's looking for the best outcome possible. There's a lot of traffic around him, though. I don't think he's going to like all this traffic.
Yeah, and he really doesn't have time to reset and do it again. He has to run with what he's got right now. He definitely doesn't have time to go back and do it over, so he's stuck with what he's given, and he's just got to roll with the traffic he's around. We're in car now with the number 87 car, 6th on the speed charts. He'll be able to get 2 laps in if he sticks with it.
Catch up. Grab them traffic from in front of him. Michael Smith Jr. just took a spot away. We'll have to see. Justin Michael's not going to have a fast time. He's going to have to duck it here. And it doesn't look to be really fast.
No, he'll get 4th.
Oh, wow.
He'll get 1 more lap, but he'll elect not to take it. He won't have time to reset. There won't be enough time.
He did his gamble, but it looks like Keith Haney's going to take a fast time here.
Yeah, Keith Haney and Corey Blevins second. Blevins electing to take that one more lap. I'm not sure what lap of the run he's on, but he's had 7 so far. He'll take his 8th of the session, but I don't know what for this set of tires. I would imagine it's not the 8th on this set of tires.
No, Kevin Winter takes it away because Haney and Blevins were tied on my end with the 3 digits. Obviously, they're probably separated.
Well, Blevins coming around to the line. Let's see what he can put down. Can he dethrone him? No, he can't. Blevins will stay right where he's at.
Yeah. The guys that took laps at the very end, Kevin Winter, Mitchell Reeves, they put down some really good times.
Yeah, they waited right till the end, and they did exactly what they needed to. Justin Michael will start 5th, and I gotta say, I think he should have taken that second lap. He might have had some help. He might have improved just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Just his gamble. He's probably thinking he had maybe one more go at it, but I don't know. We'll see. He's a strong driver. He just has to make it to the end, and we'll have to see if Mitchell Reeves can take 2 weeks in a row of trucks, but that lineup's going to come up really quickly in the next couple seconds.
Yep. Should be pretty interesting to see here. We'll get with the starting lineup here in just a second. Well, we'll get you with the starting lineup. Actually, Jeff Wood will get you with the starting lineup here, and just a great last lap by Kevin Winter to get that pole. Jeff, take us through the rest of the field.
Yep, Kevin Winter, 31.625 with the pole position. His teammate Mitch Reeves, not much slower, 31.642 outside pole. After that's the 087, marked 87, who should be marked the 81 of Keith Haney in 3rd. Corey Blevins, 4th. Justin Michael, we went over him a lot there in qualifying. Keep an eye on him, starting 5th. Michael Smith Jr., 6th. Randy Arms, 7th. Taylor Potts, 8th. Randy Roberts, probably a guy on the outside looking in. I hope he has a good run tonight in that 90 machine, starting 9th. Kierheimer will be 10th. Travis Browder, 11th. Ronald Klein, 12th. Jeff Merck, 13th. Garrett Potts, 14th. Topper Dugas, 15th. Ken Richardson, 16th. Judd Danielson, 17th. Jeremy Crandell, 18th. Kevin Fetty, 19th. John Pansula, 20th. Ray Richard, 21st. Kyle Chadwick, 22nd. Brandon Thornhill logging in late, 23rd. Brandon Murray, 24th. Chris Chief Shaw, 25th. Brian Abbott, 26th. Jack Watts finished top 10 last week. He'll be starting 27th. Johnny Smith, 28th. Brad Ream, 29th. Robert McFarland, who has not logged, he missed the log point. He'll be 30th. Everett Lang will be 31st. Mr. Michael D'Amico, 32nd. Last of the qualifiers, Nick Zontner, 33rd. Trent Drum, 34th. Jeff Gilmore, 35th. James Brown, 36th. 37th is James Haney. 38th, Chris Boyles. 39th, Craig Covington. And 40th will be Kendall Shaw.
Well, that's your field here, and it should be an exciting night. To some drivers, they'll probably tell you it's the real start to the season. They'll probably be writing off last week. But officially, race 2 of the 2019-2020 Winter Series. Depending on who you talk to, though, it's the official start of it. And
yep, that's a good 50-50 split there.
One correction.
Official start.
The 087 of Keith Haney, officially on the track, is numbered 87D, so kind of dirt car rule there.
Yeah, I'm just, his number last week was 81, so who knows. But
I think they probably switched it. He probably wanted to keep, you know, that number.
We'll have to see. Pace car, that ugly Ford Mustang. There it goes. Kevin Winter with Mitchell Reeves with the bump up top. They'll have to wait for the green flag. Waiting. Waiting to go green it is. Here we go racing. Las Vegas Motor Speedway East Lugnuts Support Our Troops Truck Series, week number 2.
And great start there by Kevin Winter. Got out and away, got down and away pretty nicely as well over Mitchell Reeves. Reeves on the outside, they're 2x2 as far as the eye can see as they go down the backstretch here at Vegas.
Yep, Mitch Reeves, Kevin Winter getting together right there, hooking up. Keith Haney trying to take that draft away at the top side. He's got Corey Blevins, Justin Michael down to the inside that top 5. Just right outside that top 5, it looks to be Michael Smith Jr. maybe. No, he's falling back quite a ways. Travis Browder's the man that scooted up there in the 18 machine. That looks like a couple trucks getting out on the speedway late.
You have Robert McFarland and Kendall Shaw joining the race a little bit late on. They'll be scored 37th and 38th respectively. Jeff Gilmore, Nick Zontner, the 2 drivers that did not take the grid tonight.
I think Nick Zontner trying to get logged back in. Kevin Winter out to about a 2-length lead over Mitchell Reeves. Mitchell Reeves that's his own lead there in 2nd place. Justin Michael, though, having to fend off the horde.
Yeah, Justin Michael's stuck right in line there with those drivers. That number 87 machine is 3rd place. But he's got the swarm of bees behind him, and they're coming at him. It is Keith Haney, Corey Blevins, and Randy Arms. That group of 3, and he's got really the entire pack to contest with as well.
Yeah, I'm watching Alex Browder at the moment there, and that 18 machine. He's going to be under fire from the rest of the drivers behind him. Looks like Jeff Michael Smith Jr., who had a horrible start there to that race, but trying to motor back. Kierheimer's there. It looks like, gosh, who else is that there? Maybe Ronald Klein sneaking up there eventually.
Yep, right there in 11th. Yeah, Ronald Klein sits 11. Now, Ronald Klein, a pretty fast driver, pretty good name to mention. Just he's not had the best of, he didn't have the best luck week 1.
Yep, with server issues and then finding that first quick caution incident, involved in that was his luck last week. Looking to reverse that fortune that you mentioned with Katie there in the 3-race show with Pit Pass. So we'll have to monitor the 76 machine. He looks to have an alternate angle into these corners, but I think he's trying to copy some of the faster guys in front of him. And then he has his real-life racers towing in behind him, and that's Garrett and Taylor Potts.
Yeah, both Potts drivers, same team, same paint scheme. That's not going to get confusing. But they're doing really nicely working together. Look at Corey Blevins right there in 7th place. Now, I've talked about Corey an extensive amount, but he's just having a great run of things at the moment. He's fending off good old Jeff Merck, that over-the-top driver. Beautiful patriotic colors. He runs an ASN car on Saturday nights, and over-the-top paints car on tonight. Almost contact there with Corey Blevins, as you mentioned. But this is the battle for 7th. Merck on the bottom, and it looks like he'll get the pass. They'll be side-by-side coming out of the corners. Still side-by-side. You see them there, almost wheel-to-wheel as they go across the start-finish line.
Yeah, Blevins by a nose there. Oh, Merck comes up and gives him a little bit of a arrow door, almost door-to-door there. Not liking it. He's pushing the corners, Merck is on.
Yeah, that almost made contact with the wall. Looks like a lot of these trucks, you'll watch them through the corners here, Jeff, and you'll actually see them coming off. They get very arrow tight, it looks like.
And they're definitely pushing. I would say 7-8 laps is the spread we can do with fresh tires. The rest of it now is up to tire management and fuel management. Next year, still green here. Blevins down a spot. He led a lot of laps through the series last week. He'll catch up tonight. He'll make adjustments. We'll see the 24 later on.
And that's kind of crazy to think. We can only go about 7 to 8 laps pushing these tires before they really start to fall off. Really shows what temperature and really track surface can do to this these trucks.
Yeah, and you mentioned it was hot. It's 105 degrees track temperature. Air temperature is much cooler, but not helping here in the Vegas air. So we'll have to monitor that. But when I say the tires are giving up, I think they were hammered down, like they weren't lifting.
Yeah, probably not. You can ride it wide open a little bit here at Vegas, but not for long. You'll see the truck fall off very quickly if you do. Now, the question is, you think any of these drivers, maybe say midfield, Tierheimer, Klein, Potts, Danielson, maybe were running it, say, not wide open and maybe saved up their tires a little bit better than everyone else?
It could be, but normally a guy that saves his tires is out front by a good margin, being hunted down though. But like you mentioned, those guys, yeah, sure. Especially if you're wide open, if you hit the corner just right with the guy in front of you, you could technically garner more speed. It's just one of those things you gotta anticipate in the middle of the pack. If you're still wide open, leave some room on that throttle. Save some of what you think.
Looks like the 97 of Nick Zontner 2 laps down at the current moment. Again, he's the lowest scored driver. He missed the initial start, but making progress now. You got to feel bad for Zontner. You go back to the Summer Series in the first 2 races, really the first 3, I'd say, he was probably one of the strongest drivers in the field.
Oh yeah, Nick Zontner out there, Daniel Smallwood, those names mixed in. I think Daniel's really a weekend driver.
First yellow flag of the
33
evening.
Topper Dugas, the 01 of John Pantsuit.
Oh, man.
Oh, Thornhill involved.
Yep, I saw it. Oh, Ray Richer got turned after the caution.
I wasn't monitoring that. I'm going to go back and see on my end what happened here.
Ray got a chunk of it. It was after the yellow flag happened. They were slowing up for the caution, and Ray Richer wound up getting turned around into the outside wall.
Unfortunately, in my opinion, I think, Topper on that one.
Squeeze Pansula up there.
Yeah. Pansula had the high line there. Top probably thought he could have cleared him with an angle into the corner, but not so sure about that one. I think Top's going to have to wave his hand on that one.
Well, that'll be Topper's night over here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Over 14 out of 75 laps in. Any driver you want to talk to here?
Yeah, let's monitor these drivers real quick to see if they come down pit road. I imagine they want to. Why goose the throttle when you can have fresh tires that get you around here at full speed? Here they come. Bring up some guys to talk to here. Looking to see who's made the most moves out there on the track. We'll have to monitor that after this pit stop. Obviously, it could change, but the key to any great race is having the number 1 pit box, and that goes to Kevin Winter.
Yep, Winter will bring it down and look for a pretty good stop here.
Mitch Reeves better in the box though there than Kevin Winter. I think even Keith Haney has a better stop going. Just watching how these trucks lift up. There goes Justin Michael. Ooh, wow,
Michael got
Justin
away
Michael.
first. If he doesn't get nailed for speeding.
Yeah, I think that's a possibility too, because he was really good.
Yeah, if he
And
doesn't
Sula
get
off
the
track.
if he doesn't get the speeding now.
Yeah, well, anyways, let's see. Let me go down this list here. People who aren't muted, but I think bringing up, Justin Michael out front here early. Let's get him a quick talking to so we don't hear him at the end, even if he finishes on the podium portion. All right, Justin, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, did you speed, or did you just have the greatest pit stop?
Apparently, I had a real good pit stop, or they had a really bad one. I'm still trying to figure it out.
No, they were all smooth into the box and whatnot. I think you maybe hit the short side of that number 5 pit, but good job to yourself there. You have some lap cars getting around. Tell us what's going on in that truck early on.
I mean, it's a little tight, but we're just clicking off laps and just trying to stay clean up here for the finish. And it was like we were catching the leader there. I don't know whether he was saving or not. I know we were saving a good bit, so be an interesting finish for sure.
Yeah, want to see a longer green flag run this time. Were you able to practice any of that tire fall off or whatnot during qualifying session or practice session?
No, not really. I mean, this is one of my favorite tracks, so I kind of already know what's going to happen, with the tires and how they react through the whole run. So it's just, timing the pit stop just right. So we got a good pit strategy going. It's just if we can get some green flags out of it.
All right, Justin. Well, good luck. I think we'll be coming up to one to go here soon. Maybe see you at the end of the night, sir.
Thanks, guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's Justin Michael there, driver the number 87 5.11 car. Kevin Winter runs second. Mitchell Reeves, Keith Haney, Randy Arms, Travis Browder, Jeff Merck, Michael Smith, Blevins, and Ronald Klein. He'll round out your top 10. So it's some pretty good racing here. Only 16 laps in. What have you thought of it so far?
Well, it was a little bit short of a run. I think it was a good tire run for those guys that, maybe struggled a bit, like they were just doing qualifying session the entire time beforehand. But beyond that crash there, we'll have to see if we can't get a longer green flag run. Bound to maybe see one or two more cautions. Well, I don't know. 75 laps tonight at Vegas with the 1.5 mile track. It could be a quick one. I don't believe we'll have to see more than one more green flag pit stop if we get to it.
It'll definitely be an interesting thing to see how it all plays out. Now, here's the question. You speak of cautions. How many more cautions do you think we'll see?
Well, I think with the short amount on this type of speedway, good banked speedway, fast trucks here tonight, I think we might see one or two. That happens a lot here at Vegas, what we saw Topper accidentally do. Get up there, try to angle yourself into the corner correctly, get the right pitch, but oops, someone was on the outside. And,
well, we'll see how it all plays out. Pace car getting ready to dive down. And there he goes. Gone and away, and he'll turn him loose. We're racing again.
Come on. And Justin Michael got that quick jump. He wanted to go to the bottom. Remember the rule, you got to stay above the white line during race conditions. NASCAR doesn't allow you to do it. We don't allow you to do it here at Loose Lugnuts Racing. They're getting back to single file racing really quickly. We saw 2x2 for the longest time, but with those quick restarts, singling out to 3 and 4.
Yeah, and right now you can see here, it is pretty close racing at the front. It is Kevin Winter down by only 2/10. I say close racing, and I know that you can stick about half a truck in between there, but Kevin Winter's got a really good thing hooked up, and I gotta say, I got a feeling he might have a shot at winning this thing here tonight.
Yep, he definitely needs some positives this week. Kevin, even if he's not the fastest truck here tonight, second place is better than 40th or 35th or wherever he finished last week due to the problems. So he's got to make use of a possible bad race in the future too. You just can't count on problems being resolved from the admin side of it. It looks like he's trying to make that move with fresh tires right now.
They are 20 laps into the 75-lap event now, and it is Randy Arms in 5th. Now, he finished second last Thursday and almost second last week or on Saturday. The question is, does he get the redemption here tonight? Can he win in Nevada, in the desert? It's the million-dollar question. We'll have quite a ways to go till we can settle the score. But I must say, he's got a really nice thing going, catching up to Keith Haney right now. Got a lot of speed in that truck. And I'm looking at his lap times. He's lapping faster than Keith Haney by a decent margin. So, I got a feeling he's actually lapping faster than our leader. Randy Arms is, so he's got a pretty good thing going right now. He's running 31. We'll see what it is at the line. And it was a 31.958. The leader that time, 31.925, so they're not too far off. Before, he had ran at 31.805, and the leader ran at 31.825. So, you know, they were a little bit faster, Randy Arms was, the last lap.
Yeah, I want to point out two drivers here that are nose to tail, so to say. The 16 of Ken Richardson and the 88 of Kyle Chadwick, 14th and 15th place respectively, not qualifying up towards the front, but you know, Ken Richardson had a fast truck during practice. I don't know where he went during qualifying. Kyle Chadwick finishing top 5 last week, so I'm looking at these two drivers to maybe get back up towards the front in the later part of the race.
And right now, 23 laps in. How about Travis Browder, his return to full-time racing here at Lugnuts, and he's running 8th place, having a pretty good run after a disappointing return on Thursday night last Thursday, and he had a good run Saturday night. I don't know how he did in the Cup Series, but, you know, he had a good run Saturday, and he's having a really good run right now, running 8th, and looking to get by Jeff Merck.
Yeah, he's definitely got a fast truck. Travis has been away from the wheel for a little bit. I'm looking to see if he can step up his long-term racing, and by that I mean how many laps he can hold on to those tires. He's got a good ride under him, and I think he can run the truck well, but with being away from the seat, getting used to that longevity of working the truck or vehicle that you're in, he needs a little bit more improvement on that. Oh, Ken Richardson down towards the bottom.
We'll take a look at Ken Richardson here, back there. And yeah, he's got an issue. I think he's going to pit lane.
Oh, wow. Chadwick gave him a little bit of bump. Ken Richardson pretty much saved it on his own, but a little bit of bump from Kyle Chadwick.
He's got a lot of damage on that right front. I'm looking at that. He's still on the apron.
Yeah, he's not up to speed for sure. He lost the entire length of that.
And that's real unfortunate. We were watching practice, and Ken Richardson was towards the top of the speed charts. You look at qualifying as well. Well, he started 16th, but go back to practice, he was towards the top of the speed charts. So that's really unfortunate for Ken Richardson.
Randy Arms down at the bottom. Not sure what that's about.
Try and take a look and find Randy Arms and see Randy Roberts. What position we looking for Arms?
I just saw him pass by.
Oh, he's fallen back to 32nd, also with right front damage.
I'm gonna back it up on my end, Matt. See what happened to him.
Tonight, unfortunately, might not be the redemption night Randy Arms was kind of hoping for.
There was an actual crash that we missed.
Well, Justin Michael might have been involved in that. No, he wasn't.
I think it was Michael Smith Jr. 83 and the 949.
You know, I saw the smoke to that when we were watching Ken Richardson. I saw smoke. I was kind of wondering what it was. But I kind of thought it maybe was a driver that had a blinking issue. But no, that was most likely that crash. I was kind of hoping it might have been a blinking issue, but I would imagine that would have been that crash then.
949 of Michael Smith Jr. has heavy front end damage. Randy Arms, has some damage himself too, but Michael Smith Jr. with a significant amount. Right side damage for the 83. Got a lot of race left, but not so much race left. He's got to work it here until he can get to pit road.
And just under 50 to go. Just under 50 to go. Mitchell Reeves runs 4th, Winner 2nd, and Justin Michael, the man of the hour.
Yeah, he's doing well, but Kevin Winter not letting him go. Both of those trucks using a lot of the track, and I think Kevin Winter a little bit slow on exit as we look at these two right now. Kevin Winter probably losing a little bit more tire. Justin Michael, really smooth, just laying into the middle of the corners really well, not getting all the way to the bottom where it tends to, the pitch of the track tends to change.
Yeah, 45 to go now. When do you think we're going to see these guys hit pit lane? And you mentioned you got a theory this might turn into a one-stop race. We're going to keep an eye right now. Chris Shaw battling it out for 17th place.
Yeah, I would say lap 50 would be a good mark. I think they can go 30, 35.
And you think this will be a one-stopper, or you think we're going to be turning this into two stops?
Depends on how accurate my fuel prediction is. Watching that 05 28, I believe that is the 40 or no, it was the 99 truck of Taylor Potts.
Yeah, and you saw Shaw there had a little bit of a wiggle going down the backstretch there. That could have gone wrong with the 28.
Yep, Brian Abbott wanted to give much room at the top side. Chief Shaw wants to back up to the top. 949 exits the speedway. Randy Roberts there in that 90 started 9th, back to 21st. He's got to be hoping he can get back towards the front. Going to take it 3 wide here.
Yeah, and we're going to take a look also back towards the front of the field just for a second, and it is still Justin Michael. Back to that action with Chris Shaw. Randy Roberts there making a little bit of contact.
Yeah, Brian Abbott, part of Third Rock Racing there. Randy Roberts, he's got a fast truck. I don't know what he's doing all the way in the back. Maybe a bad pit stop or had to slow up for that caution there.
Really close racing.
Pace there. He's got on the inside, one of the pots.
Oh, and he's going to go for a ride. That's Taylor Potts. He saved it.
Yeah, but he's the one that started that whole mess right there, too. He was slow, and then he threw her down there on the inside pretty good.
That was Taylor Potts there. Good save. And you know what I always say about 3-wide racing? I always wind up saying it with Katie, but I'll say it here too. It kind of works until, well, it kind of doesn't.
Yep, so Randy Roberts also getting the save there. Able to stay off the 05 with Chief Shaw and save at least 2 of the 3 trucks.
And 40 laps to go. Justin Michaels still your race leader. Kevin Winter runs second.
Yeah, Keith Haney, though, I think he's got to be the guy to watch. Good pit stop guy. Won Xfinity on Saturday. Looking to win something this week. He might have a good chance here tonight, too.
.38 laps to go at the stripe. Justin Michael, your current leader.
How about that guy we talked about earlier, Ronald Klein, that 76 machine, up to 8th spot.
Yeah, having a fantastic run of things, without a doubt. Ronald Klein looking incredible. And side by side, it is Corey Blevins with Jeff Merck, and that battle ends pretty quickly there.
Most battles end like that. You try to find something good for the fans out there, and then those drivers decide not to press their luck. All right, guys. Hopefully Matt left us a good little angle to look at here, but, if you're not viewing the same thing I am, I'll try to keep it simple. I'm going to add Runaway real quick. Still trying to find some battles out there. I know Matt's not able to turn the camera at the moment. Chadwick moving up a position. Looks like he's going to... that's a lap car potentially with Taylor Potts. So there goes Kyle Chadwick, who had some incident with Ken Richardson early on. Mentioning Ronald Klein, he's still trying to get back up there. Corey Blevins, Jeff Merck, drivers we were just looking at, still going nose to tail, not giving much length. Oh! Huge contact. 60 machine, 96, Jeff Merck. Wow. I'll have to see what happened there, but he like approached the truck really quick. Like 100-mile-an-hour difference. I'm not sure what was going on there at all. Caution flag is out. Maybe get. I got to go over to the 96 machine. I think he had just gotten out of an incident or was slow on the speedway. He was really slow on the speedway. Off of pit road the previous lap. 96 running maybe half throttle there. I'm not really sure what that's about. We'll have to see, because that's going to throw a wrench here. That's going to add a stop and a half, in my opinion, this race, and that half stop being just a couple laps. So pitting's going to be underway here with our leaders. We'll see if there's any shakeup out front for those guys. It's unfortunate for the 60 machine points-wise. 96 also involved in that. Didn't see anyone else caught up. Justin Michael out and away quickly. He's going to get the number 1 spot. Looks like seconds up for grabs between the 3 drivers. It is who it is, guy. I think Kevin Winter, Keith Haney, Mitch Reeves. So top 4 didn't budge at all. Neither did the 5th. Travis Browder. Corey Blevins stuck on pit road, so he's going to lose some spots. We'll have to see where it all ends up. Justin Michael, your leader, not going to bring anyone up for an interview since we can't put the focus on their car. Drivers looking for a wave around here are the 05 of Chris Shaw and the 06 of Kendall Shaw. Looks like they took an early lap to pit there and got caught up on pit road. Mentioning the drivers moving up. Ronald Klein up to 6th. Randy Arms falling to 7th, even though that's where he did qualify. Tierheimer up to 8th. Judd Danielson cracking that top 10. He's 9th. And Kyle Chadwick up to 10th after starting 22nd on the field tonight. A lot of mismatched qualifying spots to where they're running at the moment. Jack Watts, Brandon Murray, Jeremy Crandell, Chris Voiles, as drivers start to fall off the track here this evening. I think the 60 machine is still trying to get repairs. 97 slow on the back end of the speedway there, waiting on drivers to pass it. All right, drivers getting around the pace car there. Chris Shaw will be put on the back of the lead lap. I believe Kendall Shaw is still a couple laps down. Let's see, on my board, he's running about 32nd, 1 lap down now. Still got to make up 1 extra lap. Not sure if puts him in the window for not pitting again. We'll have to see. Pace car is going to be exiting the speedway very quickly after we got out of turn number 4, and we'll be back to green flag racing for who knows how long. Like I said, I thought there was 1 or 2 more cautions left in this field here tonight. Just looking at how they were running. There goes the 87. Good jump from Justin Michael. Kevin Winter really slowed up on the outside. Gaines going to probably get up all the way to 2nd place. Justin Michael, good start. Keith Haney follows through. He's door to door with Kevin Winter now. Yeah, Keith Haney's going to have to work hard for the 2nd place. Kevin Winter, Mitchell Reeves not up to par on that start right there. Travis Browder, Ronald Klein, Judd Danielson still in that mix. We'll get further back as we start to get stretched out. Kevin Winter, stronger truck most of the night here, trying to get Keith Haney to get out of the groove. Keith Haney not doing so. This is probably Keith Haney's best shot here so far this evening. 2x2 that go down the back straightaway. Keith Haney, Kevin Winter. A lot of other trucks racing for position back there. I think I see Jack Watts side by side with someone. 2nd place battle here. This is what Justin Michael needs when the tires fall off, not maybe right now. Kevin Winter barely squeezes her up in there. A little bit of blinking action going on. I think that's too rowdy there. Got to watch that. Not hurting anyone at the moment. 96 of Craig Lincoln off the field. Behind the wall, I should say. Done for the evening. 02 Mitchell Reeves trying to get past the 87 Keith Haney. No review in our lead here, but that's the battle going on right behind there. Look at Kevin Winter. He shoves it down there. He's trying to get, he's got the nose down there. Maybe some damage on that right front fender well. He's trying to go for the lead. There goes Kevin Winter. Kevin Winter, Justin Michael door. Michael's going to have the nose at the line, but for how long can Kevin Winter stay down there? He's going to have to fence Justin Michael high. No, he goes through the bottom. Justin Michael goes through his normal process. He's going to have the best speed to 87 off the exit there. Barely squeaks that exit though. 78's going to have to pull back behind Keith Haney. Now on the back bumper of Kevin Winter. Still watching the lead with Matt absent at the moment. Travis Browder runs 5th, Klein 6th, Judd Danielson 7th, so that hasn't changed here. Neither has Tierheimer. Chadwick still 9th, Jack Watts still 10th, so positioning on the track being effective for these guys. We'll have to see Brandon Murray, Johnny Smith, a lot of guys looking in to that top 10, trying to make up position. A lot of them were hoping to do it under green flag pit stop conditions. That didn't come to fruition. We may still have one in the books, you know, but it will probably be a gas and go situation or a short stop situation might be more effective if you want tires on board. Those 2 trucks up front have been nose to tail all night. Kevin Winter not able to make that pass early on in this tires. Has to watch what Justin Michael is doing. Want to be out front in that clean air. rocking around here at almost 32 seconds a lap. Not far off their qualifying times, about 4/10 fall off after about 8 laps. Coming up on lap number 53. Still viewing this front here. We'll have to use my voice to get back and look at some of these races going on in the back end of this speedway. Randy Arms still not able to get back up. He's running around 20th. Ken Richardson in an early incident himself, 22nd. Let's see who else. We saw Taylor Potts almost take a spin. He's back at 28th. Randy Roberts, don't know what he's doing the last car on the lead lap, but he's 29th. Spin on the back straightaway.
Justin,
I didn't catch a number.
Justin Michaels still your race leader. Caution flag in the air.
Yeah,
I guess
there was a spin on the back straightaway. I'm trying to catch a number.
I guess gonna be probably I want to say Everett Lane, but doesn't look like he got stopped up. Maybe Gilmore, or it might have been Thornhill. Thornhill stopped up in his box.
Truck.
Could have been D'Amico then, maybe.
Maybe so, but I'm not really sure. I saw Michael Smith Jr. Disconnect again, so maybe him. But I don't think he was in a silver.
It'll set us up with a pretty interesting finale to tonight.
Yeah, want to get a word in here. Oh, wow, there's a big old conundrum up front. Getting to the pace car. They're going to be coming down pit road. This is going to be the final pit stop, so to say. My caution amount has evened up here, and I think hopefully we get some green flag racing in. It's about 20 laps before these guys start mixing it up and getting out there.
Should be a pretty interesting pit stop here. It'll probably be the last pit stop of the night.
Yep.
I would imagine so.
Well,
I would imagine they can go 20 laps.
Yep. I'm sure they can. This is the best stop for at least 4 tires under non-green flag conditions for the front runners. We're going to see someone take 2, I think, to mix it up. There goes Justin Michael in his box. Nice, easy, short pit there on his side. Didn't go all the way forward, but enough into the box there. He's been getting out pretty quickly. Brian Abbott just rolls through the stop. Corey Blevins really laid into it. There goes Justin Michael. Oh, the guys in front of him had better pit stops, but just not enough.
And right now, it'll be Brian Abbott, your leader, as you mentioned, though I would imagine Justin Michael will be able to get in front of him.
Yeah, like I said, I think Abbott missed his
box problem.
Box there, just didn't see his flag in time. As normally the smart move, if you can't get in that box correctly, if you're going to overshoot it by 3 or 4 car lengths, you might as well just keep going.
And right now, the question is, who's your pick to win?
The guys out front. Simple enough. If Kevin Winter can get around, then it's Kevin Winter. Justin Michael can maintain like he has been, and Justin Michael. If those two mix it up too rough, Keith Haney and Mitchell Reeves are right there to take that prize away from them. It's all a matter of what happens next. This is going to be the toughest part for these guys going forward. I think there was a 2-tire stop out there, and that would be the 096 of Johnny Smith. But like I mentioned, I'm going to bring him up if I can, if he's on board. Looking through the drivers here. Yeah, I mean, he's in the same spot with Justin Michael, so we'll give a quick shout out to Johnny Smith if he's got a copy.
How we doing, guys?
All right, well, up here in the booth, we're seeing you make some big moves on pit road. Do you feel comfortable making that move, running up front with these guys, or is that just a track position type move for the end?
More of a track position move for the end, man. I don't think I got anything for these guys. Las Vegas is really not my track, so hoping to get up here and try to stay up here. What happens?
Yeah, top 10 is what you got to look at. I'm looking at last week's results. I'm doing a quick look. Do you remember where you finished, or were you part of that whole deal where you couldn't race?
Actually, I was involved in the first accident there, so I 30 something. It was way back.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, doing the best you can, points early on, that's a good thing. 096, you're up for the rookie eligible season this go around. Hopefully we get to see you at the end of the season, get a full-time number there. Keep you around here at Loose Lugnuts. Good luck with this finish here.
All right, man. Thank you.
So 17 laps remain, and it'll be 16 when we take the green. So it'll be kind of a shootout here. Not a lot of laps left. If they stay green, it'll go by pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is about the buffer zone of them playing nice. Is about 15 laps. So, yeah, like you said, just around that number to finish up tonight. We've caught the amount of cautions that, I said we were going to have just based on how they were running. They weren't huge cautions. I'm sure they were for the drivers involved, but we'll have to see what becomes of it. There's a lot of, people that needed points. Topper Dugas, who was out early, he needed some points. So you got to finish strong here tonight. The idea is to stay out of the fray for those guys that need the points. I'm not sure how some of these drivers are going to get those points all the way back where they're at, but do the best you can. Wait for that pace car to drop. Get out of there, Ford Mustang. Let's get this race underway. Waiting. Get off the track. Oh, there it goes. I was about to say, it's staying out there. 87, Justin Michael goes. Mitch Reeves and Kevin Winter have a better restart, as does Keith Haney. We'll have to see how that top 5 shakes up. Kevin Winter gets below front of Mitchell Reeves through 1 and 2.
And right now, good restart by most of the field. They're rocketing down the backstretch. Justin Michael, your race leader.
This is where we saw in the last restart, Kevin Winter got below. He may want to try the same thing again. He's trying to cross over. Didn't work there. Didn't fool the 87 and Justin Michael. So riding it out. Ooh, Justin Michael almost crossed over the nose. There goes Kevin Winter trying to do something. Mitchell Reeves is under fire from Keith Haney also.
Yeah, Keith Haney looking pretty quick right now. That 087. Now, he won on Saturday in the Xfinity Series. Can he do it in this?
Yeah, it's a toss-up. Winner right on the bumper of Justin Michael trying to upset that truck. We still have about 14 laps to go.
Yeah, exactly
Browder,
14.
Yeah, Travis Browder holds down that top 5 spot right now below Keith Haney. He's having a solid run there tonight, as is Ronald Klein. Johnny Smith, who we just talked to, falling back a little bit, but was, noted that it was probably going to happen. He's trying to finish strong, maintain a top 10.
Yeah, having a good run for his, second outing in the league?
Yep, I believe so. At least second week.
Yeah, second week. Well, yeah,
Ooh.
second week, so probably not a second outing, but...
Yeah. Tierheimer, Brandon Murray, Judd Danielson, all mixing it up right now. Door-to-door contact. Tierheimer stuck in the middle at one point.
Murray down there on the bottom got a really nice run going.
Chris Boyles is back there dodging through traffic and now trying to get around Kyle Chadwick.
Murray
Looks
got
like
that
Jack
pit
Watson.
pass machine.
Yep.
Still side by side as they come to the stripe. It is, of course, Judd Danielson winning that battle with just 12 laps to go. You can count them.
Yeah, Tierheimer just holding on to that top 10. A lot of hungry guys behind them, a lot of hungry guys.
Yeah, and right now you can see Justin Michael still leads. Kevin Winter, though, you think he's got a shot at this?
Oh, anyone has a shot at it. Justin Michael could mess up, but, probably won't. We'll have to see where that ends him at the end of the night. He'll probably make it towards the end. Mitch Reeves there, still rolling around third. So, from a team-wise standpoint, over the top, Motorsports running 2-3 right there, also 6. It's a good evening. They're just trying to do what they can to stay with Justin Michael. Maybe Kevin Winter's trying to load up, cock that gun, and get ready for the last couple laps.
Yeah, that he might be, and looks like we're having a minor connection issue. Everyone blinked off for a second, and they're back. Just 10 more to go.
Yeah, still watching that 10th place battle around all those guys, Brandon Murray, Judge Danielson. That really helped.
Chadwick a piece of it.
Yeah, Chadwick's in there now. He's got a fast truck looking to stay top 10 throughout the first 4 races of the winter season.
And right now you can see here, 8 laps to go.
Trying to find some good battles. It's hard to take my eyes away from that 10th place battle. Who knows what might happen with it. Randy Arms trying to sneak back into the top 10 after some incident midway through the race. James Brown at double fairly, doubling his effort from qualifying, 36 to 17.
So just really a handful of laps left. Judd Danielson trying to pick off positions, really trying to score top 10. Kevin Winter trying to score the win. This top 4, you might want to take a look at this. They are all under a blanket 7 more times around.
Yep, Keith Haney really doing nice there to Mitchell Reeves, not pressuring that spot. He could have dove a loose nose under, staying with him. This is helping Kevin Winter get back to Justin Michael. And Justin Michael just has the cruise. You got to get around Justin Michael at this point.
And right now, 7 on the board. It'll be 6, and Kevin Winter still hasn't made that pass. And look at this. This is something I don't think I've ever seen at Las Vegas. Keith Haney and Mitchell Reeves, they have locked bumpers. They were tandem drafting down the front stretch.
Yeah, that's probably the best effort that Mitch Reeves has just been off the pace of Kevin Winter and Justin Michael. Keith Haney fits there somewhere in that mix too. Is just off the pace, but if you're gonna have a shot at that, if you're Keith Haney, you got to help the 78 get to Justin Michael to probably mix it up. So good move from there from Keith Haney trying to support the drivers in front of him. That's the only way he's gonna get to him at least.
But I don't think I've ever seen anyone tandem draft the way they did. They were bumper to bumper, like I was watching a Daytona race from 2011. They were locked up.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that here.
It worked for a half a lap or a lap at Talladega this past week. If you caught that NASCAR race, a couple Fords got out front and locked nose to tail. Like you said, it looked like they had the big old spoiler on the back, like they technically do, but that ugly looking black one.
Now, I know which one you're talking about, the shark fin one with the bunny ears.
Yeah, that one. Keith Haney out of the groove there. Boy, these guys got to load up and go. I'm going to look through the field real quick as we get down to these last few laps, see if there's any battles going on to monitor. Maybe Wally Schierheimer and Randy Arms. Randy Arms, 11th, looking to take away the top 10 from Wally.
Caution's out.
Caution!
And it'll be a green-white checker finish. It is a big crash on the front stretch. Brandon Thornhill and James Haney, Zontner, and Thornhill, as you mentioned.
Wow, what a crash there. It happened in front of Zontner with maybe Chief Shaw. Initial,
I believe you might be right on that assessment.
I just see Chief Shaw slow on the bottom on the front straightaway. I'm trying to get back on my cameras here.
Yeah, that was a huge crash. The 94, the 28, the 00 got a piece of it as well. Yeah, that was bigger than just Zontner, Thornhill, and the 55. That was a pretty big one.
Yeah, it started with Judd and someone getting together. Ray Richer was around it. Brad Ream, Blevins. Oh God, I said Chief Shaw there, but he had nothing to do with it. He just went through the grass and tore up the nose.
Well, right there. So there's the thing. You know, I said they were drafting like it was Daytona or Talladega, and now they're crashing like it. They just had the big one. Mitchell Reeves, the lone man out down pit lane.
Well, this is...
He just gave up a good finishing position there. Everyone faked him out.
Yeah, I don't know. Did that 87 hit the commitment cone?
No, he did not.
Well, I don't see no commitment cone because I think it's already gone. But he was right at that yellow line though. I'm not sure. I don't think iRacing will ping him for that one. That stinks for the 02. Overtime. First overtime of the season.
Yeah, first one of the season, second race in. Should be pretty exciting to see. Take your bet now. Who's going to win in overtime? I still call it a green-white checker. I don't... You know, this is just a mini tangent of mine. I don't like all this trying to turn it into like how football and all these other sports, overtime, the playoffs. It is the chase, and it is a green-white checker, and that's what I'm always going to call it. I don't care.
You use the vernacular that the NFL does. That's at least NASCAR's view on it. And, we get caught up in that too.
So dumb.
We use that same vernacular, and it helps fans relate. That's their view, my view, at least the way I see it. And yeah, I agree. It's green, white, checkered. It's our sport of racing. We shouldn't name stuff the same thing as other sports.
It's not overtime because it's not a timed thing. You can't have in Formula One, you could call it overtime because technically those races are timed. They're timed to 2 hours. If those of you that didn't know that, Formula One, modern Formula One anyway, since 2010, I believe it was. You can't have a race that runs over 2 hours, but they don't. So yeah, no, overtime doesn't exist in NASCAR.
Can you imagine NASCAR flipping over to that rule? You know, they say the same thing with baseball, how long it takes. If you don't like baseball, whatever, that's your thing. I do. I like the old rule of baseball. I enjoy the sport, but I get it from a perspective of trying to show the public it, who's on Twitter and done with one conversation to the next. It's hard for them to tune in to baseball. Same thing goes with NASCAR. Maybe some of the races that go longer or have that gap of no excitement, do you just put a 2-hour time limit on those races and let them have at it?
I think the Pocono doubleheader is a good compromise. Well, take a track that's kind of boring, throw 2 races in one day. How about that? Or is it 2 races in one day or in one weekend? I don't remember. I think it's one weekend.
I believe you're right on that. One weekend.
I'd like to see them 2 races in one day. That would be fun.
Yeah, they lose too much sweat there.
No, because you do short races. It would equal the length of one full race.
Yeah.
So, like, you'd cut it in half. Like, well, that's how I would do it. You'd cut it in half, right?
Yep.
It would kind of be a big stage if you want to think about it, but it wouldn't be. I know that sounds confusing, but you know what I'm going with.
All right, well, pace car lights are off. Michael Winner, Keith Haney, Travis Browder, Ronald Klein moves up to 5th. 02 Mitchell Reeves 21st.
Should be a pretty interesting restart here. Just wait and see what happens. Now, who's your bet, Jeff? on
You
who
got to get
wins
around
this.
Justin Michael is winning this right now and will win this unless someone gets around him. Who can put the move? Who does the dangerous move? Justin Michael has the restart ability to fire whenever he wants after the pace car drops. So he has an advantage of getting away a little bit quickly. 1 of 3 potential green white checker finishes. So we'll have to see what goes on here. Travis Browder up to 4th. Ronald Klein 5th, like I mentioned. Guys that are seeing fresher air the closer they get, but can they get to the freshest air at the front?
Right now, pace car down. Here we go, racing again. Justin Michael out and away. 2-lap shootout.
Yeah, and Justin Michael, huge advantage. Keith Haney probably has a little bit more speed than Kevin Winter. Won't make the pass. Brandon Murray mixing it up there. 24th to 5th, looking to go to 4th over T. Rowdy. T. Rowdy has a consistent top 5 truck. Don't know if he can maintain it. A lot of hungry guys behind him. Mixing it up back there. I saw Randy Roberts and Ken Richardson. Big gaggle of trucks back there. We might see another caution.
Don't even say it. We're getting to the white flag. No caution. I think Justin Michael's got this thing won.
Yeah, good restart from him. It was going to be hard to take it away.
Well, I mean, it's not over yet, but I think the top 3 is pretty much going to finish where they lie.
Oh, Brandon Murray, Travis.
Hard in the wall. It's going to be a crash.
Ronald Klein. Was that Ronald Klein?
Yeah, that was Ronald Klein. It'll be a 2-car crash. Ronald Klein will pretty much finish dead last now.
He's got to limp that thing to...
But Justin Michael goes to victory lane in race 2. Kevin Winter, then Keith Haney. They restarted that way. They'll finish that way.
I'm going to pull up the top 5 here to end the night.
We'll interview the top 3, as we always do. Justin Michael, of course, with the great win, so I'll go. He'll bounce me, Jeff, me, and then that'll be our interviews for the night. So, great run there by Justin Michael, to get that win. Actually, I'll let Jeff get that interview in with our race winner. Take it away, Jeff.
Yep, 87, Justin Michael coming down for those burnouts right now. I mean, gosh, what a lock of a race you had up front. A couple guys tried to take it away from you, but not able to. What were you able to do different from the competitors behind you?
I mean, just staying out front was key here. It's really hard to pass. Real tight, so, the bottom just doesn't work. If you can get to somebody's outside, you can usually get by him, but it's real hard to do because you mainly got to do it coming off the turns, and it's easy to block. So just good pit stops, stay out front.
I mean, quick, concise answer there. It wasn't much, different. I think if maybe there was some green flag pit stops there, some of the other drivers could have done something different, maybe try to get by you. Maybe you had a bad pit stop eventually. I don't know. But with the way the race shaped up, you just managed to stay out front, like you said, all night, clean air, track position key. Anything, could you have been any better out front?
I mean, it's turn 3. I think we were one of the worst in turn 3, but we made up for it coming out of 4 because Kevin would really gain into me going into 3, but I was good. I would think I was better in all the other turns. So if I think I worked on that a little bit, probably would have maybe been a little bit better margin of victory.
All right, green white checkered finish to end that there. Good win for the 87 machine. Good points night for you, obviously. Gonna get some bonuses towards the end of the season. Any sponsors you want to thank?
Just 511 for being on the car. Everybody out there watching. Got a couple friends out there watching, so hopefully they're having a good time. And you guys for always calling a good race, and always thank John for putting on a good league.
All right, 87 Justin Michael. Good luck the rest of the week. Obviously, we'll see the trucks back on Richmond. And any thoughts on that, real quick, before I let you go?
Yeah, I hate short tracks, so if I get a top 5, I'll be fine.
All right. Quick words from Justin Michael about Richmond coming up next week. See you then, Justin.
Thanks, man.
All right, Matt, moving on to
It'll be Kevin Winter. Yep, so
Do you know,
Kevin
Brian?
Winter, have you got a copy on this, my man?
10-4, guys.
Well, you came up just a little bit short, but I tell you what, you still put on an incredible race to get up second place. How's that one got to feel for you?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I mean, we had a decent race. We preseason we kind of worked on our Q laps and finally landed ourselves a pole and got out there and led some laps. But that 87, he was definitely a class of field. He was just a little bit quicker in the long run, and the way these trucks, how tight they were, and how much the track was changing throughout the whole race. It was just, you just couldn't get by the guy.
All right, and, how'd that truck handle for you? You had a pretty good handle on things. We watched in the beginning, though. It looked like you guys got tight after about 7 to 8 laps.
Yeah, once the laps started winding down, it definitely started getting pretty tight. And actually, the first run, the truck was getting really loose, just because of that tight situation. And the track temp was pretty high at the time. So once it cooled off, the speeds picked up, tire wear came in effect a little more, and yeah, man, it was a good racing.
All right, well, any sponsors you want to thank, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I want to thank Loose Lugnuts and John and Ronald for everything they do, bringing out these great winter season. You guys up in the booth and over the Top Motorsports and teammates, all the guys over there that we help each other trying to get through these races without any trouble. And we'll go on to the Vegas and the Cup on Sunday.
Now, one other question for you. You speak about Vegas and the Cup. When do you think you're going to get that first win of the season?
Hopefully soon. I want to.
I know
try
we're
to get
2 races in, but fair question.
Yeah, well, I mean, we if you want to compare back to last winter series and then the summer series, we didn't have very good seasons. We're not having very consistent enough racing. So hopefully we get one down soon, and I'm happy to be in the top 5. It just means we ran a good race, we stayed out of trouble, and we had fun doing it, and that's all I can ask for.
All right, and you can catch that action on Max Speed TV, the Cup Series, and watch you fight for a win. Have a great one, my man.
Cheers, guys.
All right, last up on the interview block, it is Keith Haney with Jeff Wood.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
87-81, 087 of Keith Haney. Third place. Wasn't able to get all the way to the front, but, podium finish. What could you have done? Tell me. Is there anything you could have done to get past 78 or 87 there?
I would have just needed this thing to really just have a fuel run tonight where we could have just burnt all the gas out of this thing and been as long as we could on these tires tonight. I think the longer we went and the more we could be on these tires, the more I could kind of gain on everybody. We just couldn't quite get it, but man, we had a lot of great runs tonight. It was a really great race. I'm happy with where I finished. The 2 guys in front of me, man, they're some of the toughest guys out here, so I'm happy to be sitting where I'm at and being able to talk to you guys.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I think a lighter fuel load with the tires, I think that extra caution right at the end really threw it out of green flag pit stops. You're right. It could have been different. Who knows if, Justin Michael, Kevin Winter, or at the time Mitchell Reeves might have messed up a pit stop. It could have thrown the whole race into a different contention of talking. But getting out of here, we got, the rest of the week at Vegas Xfinity Cup. But talk about trucks next week. Richmond, how do you feel about that track?
Man, Richmond, I need to work on that track. So I don't know if I'll talk to you guys next week, but I ain't going to have that kind of attitude. I'm going to try to go in there and do my best next week. But, gosh, man, be looking for me to be hanging around somewhere around mid-pack next week.
All right, Keith. I mean, like I said, we'll see you the rest of the week, ASN-wise and Max Speed TV-wise. So good luck this weekend and to Richmond.
Hey, man, thank you, guys. I really appreciate you, Jeff and Matt, and everybody at ASN and everybody at Loose Lugnuts, Ronald, John, all the admins that make it happen. Appreciate my teammate, my brother, Brian Abbott, and my dad, James Haney. Love y'all. And, hey, man, I'll catch y'all next week. Hopefully I'll be able to talk to y'all.
Yes, sir. See you then.
Yes, sir.
All right, folks, and from all of us at the American Sim Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's race. We'll catch you in the next one. And have a great night, everybody. We will see you then.